round 1. So I think this deck is ready for a first play. So let's go first. And, ugh, not that impressive, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Hopefully draw into something there. Just need a creature, I can throw a Rancor on it and it'll be looking pretty good. If nothing else, well, Plow Under, I guess. Harmonize, draw into some extra cards. We've got red, so we're not totally messed up. But let's see what happens. We'll draw some creatures and need some action in this deck. Right, and I'm not exactly 100% sure what he's playing, but we know he's playing red to start off with, so that's good enough. I'm going to go ahead and hold back on the red. I think it was just my luck, though. This game, I just keep drawing creatures and don't draw any more land. That'd be a pretty huge bummer, I guess you could say. But no, acidic slime's good. Just need to get in there for something. Alright, so he's not going to have any problem with land, it looks like. Alright, so we're not looking too good so far. We need to draw another land. Any land actually would be good. Then we can harmonize and get something going. I guess there I could have played the Nantucket Vigilante. Probably should have played him Morphed. I didn't think about that. Well, what you get for not paying attention to the cards you're drawing. So he's got 4 mana here. And let's see what he's playing. I discard a card at random, and then I discard a card. So I discarded my only playable card there. And let's go ahead and toss. Let's go ahead and toss Mirage Wake. Can't play that. Might as well keep the cards I can play. Though the way this game's going, I'll probably draw a Plains this turn, or a dual land or something of that nature. Nope, just a forest. So let's see here. I don't have a problem. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw some cards with Harmonize while I can. Yeah, it looks fine. And luckily I did that because this looks like I'm not drawing any land soon. All I got right now is a Sarkhan Vol, and at least it has some creatures so that I can actually play. So there's something. See, I can play the Vigilante and destroy his Felwar Stone. That seems like a decent play. Better than a Fertilid? That's... Fertilid seems logical, but I'm going to go ahead and play this Vigilante face down. And pass the turn. And see what he makes of that. He's got plenty of land here, but probably he's might be having some mana troubles. I don't know. He's only got black and red. I don't know. He's got enough land to play anything he wants, so I'm kind of wondering what he's got in his hand. Probably creature removal, which is probably why he hasn't played anything yet, so he's probably wondering whether or not this 2/2 is worth destroying. Probably so, just to get rid of the mystery. So he could have a Disfigure, or some kind of discard spell. No. Bone Shredder. Makes sense. It's probably good that I didn't play the Fertilid there, because that's actually a more important card, I believe, than a Bone... Oh, well, than the Nantucket Vigilante, even though it would have been nice to get rid of one of his artifacts. Alright, so let's see what he's got now. Lightning. He's just got plenty of those discard spells, so Plow Under seems like a bad move at this point, and Rancor is not going to do much if I can't play anything. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go with that. I guess I could have got rid of the Rampaging Balos, but I want to have at least one card in my hand that I can use to win this game, potentially. Alright, so Fertilid comes down. And hopefully it survives a turn at least, so I can get some land out of this deck. If he's got removal for this one, I'm pretty messed up unless I draw something. And let's see what he does, whether he decides to keep his Bone Shredder or sack it to something. Or pay the Echo cost or let it go. He pays the Echo cost. Probably has nothing better to play in his hand, more than likely. Or he's just got a really cheap removal spell. That costs 3 or 4, I guess. He plays the land this turn. But yeah, Fertilid needs to survive, honestly, for us to have any game. You can fetch up a second mountain and plains. Well, don't even need a plains anymore because we discarded our Mirar's Wake, so no reason to even go that direction. Let's go ahead and grab a mountain and a forest. And let's see what he's got. Taps 3. Possible removal on Fertilid. Yeah, that's not good. But we've got something to play here, so Wickerbow Elder it is. So at least we have the mana up to destroy his Felwar Stone if necessary. Or his Rakdos Signet. Probably the Signet would be a better play. I'm not worried about his Felwar Stone. Giving him green and red is not really a big deal. Well, let's see what happens. Next turn, if necessary, we can play our Sarkin Ball. Don't really want to play the Rampaging Balos until I have a lot more land. Alright, well, let's see what he's got. So far, he's made us discard quite a few awesome cards. Then again, that's kind of what black and red does. That's their specialty, is making you discard stuff. Creature removal, discard, hand disruption, etc. So, let's see. Red Sun Zenith. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and kill that Signet. He tapped 4. So, enough to kill it, but at least we get to kill an artifact out of the deal. Set him back a little bit. So, best play here would be to draw a mountain and play the Created Hellion, I guess. That's still not a very good play considering we just taking out his 1/1. Kind of pathetic. Interesting. Well, let's see. Could play Rampaging Balos and hope for the best. Could play Sarkin Vol and +1 him and then, what, essentially do nothing. That might be entertaining. Yeah, that looks fine to me. I'm going to go ahead and play Sarkin Vol and +1 and then pass. I'll have to spend time whittling it down, in which case we won't be attacking our life total. And hopefully we'll draw a land next turn, that way we can play Rampaging Balos and get at least a 4/4 out of playing him. If he ends up getting killed next turn, which is possible. Well, the turn he's played. And hopefully all he'll do this turn is just, I don't know, play a useless card, attack for 1, and then pass. Okay, Fireball. That's really annoying, actually. But that's what happens. Alright, so let's hope for a land. I'd really like to be able to play this Rampaging Balos. Got a Crumbling Necropolis, so he's got his first blue source. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and play the Rampaging Balos straight up and cultivate next turn. Hope that's enough. Thing is, though, the Creator Hellion will do a number on my my 4/4 Beast tokens, but I think I'd rather hold him back for a board wipe if necessary. So he's going to hit for 1. I will take that. Well, I have to, obviously. It's a flying creature, so let's see what he's got in his hand now. Fleshbag Marauder. That is pretty annoying. Alright, well, let's see what we get in our next draw. Yavimaya Elder. Alright. I am perfectly happy with this. This has got a counterspell, which is possible. No. Alright, well, at least the worst that can happen to this is that we just block the Fleshbag Marauder and then we draw a card. Or he kills it beforehand and we take 3 and still get 2 lands and draw a card. I would be okay with that. Let's see, he must have something, so he's tapping for the Mannequin to bring back a Bone Shredder? Really? This doesn't seem that good to me. Alright, so let's grab a mountain, let's grab a forest, and let's draw a card. Alright. We'll have to play the Morph on that guy to make him good. I'm going to play the Creator Hellion first. And take out his guys here. And get a creature on the board. Maybe he'll play another creature here. No such luck. Alright, well, here comes a Creator Hellion. Hopefully it goes through. I would not want to be counterspelled here. Oh, well, there's Small Blessing. Well, let's see what he's got now. Probably drew a land there. And not much else, it looks like. So we'll get to get in. Yes, I do want to pay the cost on that. Okay. Alright. That's good at least. So let's go ahead and attack for 6 and hopefully get in there. Alright. So we're looking a bit better than we were before. We had a creature, he's on top deck mode, essentially with 1 card in his hand. Not too much he can do at this point. We'll morph the Hermit, or could play a Thornling with haste. That seems like a better plan, to be honest. Let's go ahead and leave one of those untapped. That way we can maximize the amounts of force we have. How many did I tap there? Tap too many. Alright, Thornling. And he might have had a counterspell, but he keeps pausing like he has a counterspell, but he never plays it, so I'm not sure what he's got going on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave up my mana here because I want to be able to make my guy indestructible if necessary. And the game's over next turn unless he can do 9 points of damage to me. This turn here. And I don't think that's the case. Yep. Alright, so that's game 1. And it looked a bit iffy at there for a while, but managed to pull it off because he didn't have really any major thing besides removal and hand disruption. So he's certainly got plenty of removal spells. There's no doubt on that one. We don't really need a Stormbind, certainly, to make that worse. We could bring in, let's see, a Myroboa. That would be pretty sweet to combine that with, say, a Jite, for instance, or a Ranker. So let's see what we can pull out for that guy. Eternal Witness, maybe. The Vigilante, probably the Mirari's. Plow Under, let's see. Plow Under seems like it should be good as long as we don't get Mana Screwed again. Demon Fire is still good. Cloud Thresher is not as good, but still a big guy. Sarkhanval, possibly. Sarkhanval is not that great in this kind of deck, but this is tough because all these cards are good and I like them all. Let's pull out the Mirari's Wake. That card just didn't perform that well this game. Let's go ahead and I guess we can leave the plans in. Not that big of a deal. Or we can toss in this Blood Crypt. Might as well. It'll throw him off. And other options here. Sundering Titan seems like it'll be good. He's actually playing any blue. We can get him for 3 colors. And let's take out Acidic Slime. Possibly. This is tough. So many good cards in here, I just don't know what to pull out. Green Sun Zenith still seems good. Even though I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Thornling Acidic Slime, Vigilante. Vigilante seems weak, so I want to pull that out. And I'll submit this and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so game 2, he gets to go